Saturday afternoon at about, I think, 12 o'clock. And I'm going to be doing a weekend reading vlog. I am coming to you from my kitchen, as you can see. I'm going to talk about the Atlas 6 because that is the book that everybody voted for me to read. I put up a poll on Instagram and you guys all voted for me to read the Atlas 6 for the weekend. I'm not planning on trying to finish it within the weekend because this is a 400-page book. Yes, I'm about to make lunch, so I will do that and then I will get to reading this. My partner and I do have to go out to dinner tonight to say goodbye to one of our friends. They are moving, so this will probably be the last time that we get to see them before they move. So yeah, it's gonna be very sad, very emotional, but that's okay. It's also like an hour's drive away, which is a little bit annoying, but that's what we get for having a place that is so far away from the city. But it was literally the only place that actually accepted us, so we took it. So yes, I'm going to make lunch now because I am starving. Hello. Sorry for the lack of updates. It has been a very busy weekend. I have not really started Atlas 6. I think I'm up to the first chapter. But I did actually finish just now my reread of Furyborn by Claire Legrand, the first book in the Imperium trilogy. I listened to this on audiobook because it takes me a while to drive to work, so I'm listening to audiobooks. And yeah, so just finished that one. It was interesting that the ending happened differently than I remembered, so I think I'm remembering a different book at the same time. But I was very impressed with it the first time I read it, so I'm glad that I've done a reread of it. So yeah, so apologies for the lighting. It is gone very miserable and rainy once again. Australian winter, what are you gonna do? Unfortunately, this weekend was just not a good weekend for me. I have had to make the very tough decision about giving Prince, my fluffy white cat, away to the shelter, because there is no way that I am able to get him transported down to Brisbane. He is a rescue, so he was traumatized by his previous owners, and it makes him very stressed and anxious to sit in a cage or to even be held for long periods of time. It was a struggle to get him in the cage for literally a 5-minute drive around the corner to the vet. When I had him, he would just be so anxious and terrified that he would pee himself and poo inside the cage. So I was thinking about getting him sedated for the flight down, but unfortunately airlines don't take sedated animals. I guess that must be a new thing that they've brought out, or I just wasn't made aware of the change. So unfortunately there is no way for him to be able to make the trip down where he would be okay enough to have the journey, which is very upsetting and sad. I would rather him be happy and healthy without me than be incredibly stressed and anxious and terrified with me. And I just know that him going through the entire ordeal just so I can have him is not, I don't want to put him through that. And the airlines don't let you take them in with you as like passengers. Basically they have to be in the cargo hold. So yeah, it's just really, it's been really hard the last 2 days or so. Yeah, not much reading has been happening, basically, is what that long-winded explanation was to say. Yeah, that's basically the update that I have. I finished a book that was a reread, so I don't know if it even counts. I haven't started Atlas 6. I haven't finished any of the books that I'm like halfway through yet, so yeah, I'm like halfway through The Hunt by Frost K, and also like 20% through the first book of the Zodiac Academy. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just reading at this point. I'm reading whatever can hold my attention for more than 5 minutes. Alright, so a lot has happened within the last few days. I got fired. Or at least I don't know. We were parting ways from the job that I was in. So I'm no longer at that job, but I do have a interview for another job tomorrow morning. Life is crazy right now. But today, so obviously I'm not at work, so today is the day that Louie is going to be finally joining me and my partner here in Brisbane. I am very excited, but also sad at the same time, because it means that Prince isn't going to be joining us. So I'm a little bit sad about that, but trying not to think about it too much, because I know that it is ultimately the best decision for him. But anyway, this morning what I've done is I've dropped my partner off at work, then driven back, and this afternoon I'm going to be going and buying Louie his litter box and litter and food and bowls and things like that, so it should be good. I don't really have any updates for you in the Atlas 6 apart from, I don't have any. I have nothing to give you for Atlas 6, but I did actually decide to pick up In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead for my thriller, because I just haven't had a chance to actually sit down and read because of just everything that's been going on lately, and it's just easier for me to be able to pick up a book via audio and listen to it when I'm driving to and from work. It's 18 degrees right now, but it feels like 15, so that's great. So I'm freezing right now because I'm not made for this weather, but I am enjoying it nonetheless. But anyway, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife is a thriller. Okay, so this is a very classic thriller, similar vein as If We Were Villains and The Secret History. We have a dark academia setting, we have 6 friends, one of them died and one of them got blamed for it. So we have a main character, Jessica, who has graduated from the school and everything, and she's like made a name for herself, and she's kind of self-absorbed, not gonna lie. But she has been invited back for like a anniversary or whatever at the school. I think it's 10 years on, so we have dual timelines. One is obviously in the future and the other one is back when she was in school, and basically that's all I really have so far. Yeah, it's a very quick audiobook. It's only 10 hours long and I listened to it on like almost 3-point speed anyway. So it shouldn't take me too long to get through it. I've already listened to 2 hours of it, and that was on like a 15-minute car ride to work. So yes, should be exciting once I finish that. But now that I have some time to be able to recollect myself and just to be able to spend some time with Louie once he gets here, I am going to get to writing. I really want to try and get at least my book like at least half finished or finished by the end of the year. The first rough draft of it anyway, which will be really exciting. So you guys saw the other day that I was doing a little bit of writing. That's not the story that I want to focus on, but yes, I'm going to be doing some writing. But first off, I want to finish drinking my coffee because I'm freezing, and then I'm going to edit some videos so I can get one of them uploaded for tonight. And then I will check back in with you guys when I have some more reading updates. But basically my life is a mess right now and I'm trying so very hard to keep it together.
You say hello, Brisbane. You say hello. You say hello. I only made a little poo in the cage that John is now having to clean out. Hey. Oh, I've forgotten what it feels like to have cat claws in me.
Thursday afternoon, I had a job interview this morning, which I think went really well, so fingers crossed that goes well. But in more exciting news, Louie has finally joined us. So he's still a little bit nervous and a little bit sketchy about the new plays, but so far things are going well. Reading updates, there really is none. I am actually almost... I am 65% through In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. It is rather boring, if I do say so. Not that I have gotten many thrillers up my sleeve, but it is rather boring. It's a little bit like Gossip Girly, so I'm not really enjoying it. I think I might probably enjoy one that goes like a little bit more into like paranormal things a bit more, even though I am a scaredy cat. But I'm almost finished this, so I do actually want to continue and finish this today. It says I have 3 hours and 40 minutes left, but on 2 times speed, that's like what, an hour and a half or something like that. So I'm gonna finish that real quick, and yeah. You can't really see me because of the light. Okay, well, this is about as good as it's gonna get. I've showered and everything now, in case you couldn't tell, but I have finished. That's a little bit better. So I have finished In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I only gave it about a 1 star. It was basically like Gossip Girl, and I could not care less. Not even like the little plot twist at the end didn't even do it for me. So, not a great start off to the thrillers, but you know, I'll take what I can get. I actually do have a mystery book that I've heard a lot about. It's called Veronica Speedwell. That's the series, and the title of it I think is The Curious Beginnings, or A Curious Beginning. And it's like a historical mystery, similar to like Stalking Jack the Ripper. So it's in London, 1887. Veronica Speedwell intends to embark on a journey of a lifetime, but fate has other plans. When Veronica thwarts her own abduction with the help of the I can never say that word, German baron, he offers her sanctuary in the care of his friend Stoker, a reclusive and bad-tempered natural historian. When the Baron is murdered, Veronica and Stoker are forced to go on the run from an elusive assailant, wary partners in search for the villainous truth. So it's mystery, thriller. I really don't know what the difference between the two of them are, to be honest. But I am going to start reading that because it is short and I feel like reading it. Yeah, finished a book, which is good. It was boring. Could not care less. So I'm gonna go and read now. In the living room where the heater is on because I'm cold. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning and Louie has decided to start using his cat scratching post, so that's great. This morning I went out and got Louie some stuff to be able to calm down because he's still a little bit terrified about everything. But while I was out, I picked up a couple of books. There. Picked up this. I'm going to read this for my thriller read. Because I think this is a thriller. It literally says on the back of thriller. So I'm going to read this because it's only very short. So I'm going to try and get through this today. And I also picked up the new paperback versions of A Court of Silver Flames, and I desperately want to reread that. You have no idea, because people keep talking about it online, so I just want to read it, but I have to get through, what is it called? House of Sky and Breath, and I'm just like, I don't really want to read that right now. I want to read about Nestor and Cassian. And it'll be a reread. Basically this year is just me rereading a whole bunch of books, which I'm not mad at because then I can finish books, but at the same time. So yeah, did you want to see Louie before he disappears? He's still adjusting to everything, so it's been a little bit rough. I'm trying not to get too upset by it because I know that it's taking a lot for him. Trying to be worried, basically. He did pee in the new bed that I bought him instead of going into the litter box, which was a bit annoying. But if you can hear that, he is going into the litter box now, and it sounds like he's actually going in it. So if he can do that, that'll make me a lot calmer. He hasn't eaten anything yet, so I'm trying not to stress. But yeah, if he can pee there and not in his bed or on our bed, that'll be perfect. Sounds like he went to the toilet, so it's great. Today's working out well. Tonight I may be going out to the clubs with my friend before she leaves because we still haven't had a chance to actually go clubbing in Brisbane yet. So that might be happening, I'm not sure yet. But nonetheless, I'm gonna get to reading this. So I have spent the last like 2 hours reading Verity, and I'm now on chapter 12, which is 165 pages in. This book, you guys. I know that Colleen Hoover writes like pretty, like, I say like pretty like traumatizing shit. Like I know that she writes about like abusive relationships and like things like that, but this I was just not expecting. I'm gonna try and finish this before I have to leave. I have to I'm going out tonight, like I said earlier. I'm really tired though. So I've made myself a hot chocolate because I'm also a little bit nervous about it, so my anxiety is a little bit high. But yeah, I have to go out tonight and I have to drive for 40 minutes to get to my friend's place, so I don't have very much time to be able to finish this, but I do want to try and finish it because I know for a fact that it's going to be in my head all night. So yeah, gonna be finishing it now, so let's go. Come here, Paige. Ooh, I'm already shiny. Why am I already shiny? That's the lighting. Thanks. I just can like fix your makeup and have a fucking meeting. it is, what is it? It is Tuesday today, so obviously I have not updated you guys in a little bit. I think the last thing you would have seen was the breakfast that me and my partner had on Saturday. So basically, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog now because it's just been going on for far too long. I think it was actually 2 books that I managed to finish. No, 3 books. I managed to finish 3 books. So I finished In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, Verity by Colleen Hoover, which was, that woman can think of some really weird stuff. Really weird stuff. I didn't particularly like it though. It was just kind of meh. Not as like crazy plot twist type of thing as I thought it was going to be. So I only gave it about 2 stars, I think. But it was definitely better than In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, so that's good. I also ended up finishing The Hunt by Frost K. This was a book that I decided to pick up on my mum's recommendation. I didn't really like it. I was really bored the entire time. The premises of it is basically separated into 2 kingdoms. We have the humans and then we have the shifters that can change into like any type of animal. Our main character is the first ever female hound, which is kind of like the king's assassins, I guess you could say, and she is tasked with trying to find like the leader of this, I think it's like a rebellion group of shifters, and she sort of gets wrapped up in like the rebellion scheme. It was very boring. I really could not be bothered to continue the rest of the series, so yeah, so I did finish that, which was good. So I finished 3 books this week, which is good, in the midst of, you know, finding out that I got fired and then had an interview. I'm still waiting to hear back from the interview. I'm supposed to be hearing back from it either it was either yesterday or today. I'm really hoping that I've got it because I really don't want to have to try and apply for a bunch of other jobs, but just in case, I did apply for my washing machine has a very long song, but anyway, I did apply for, I think, 5 more jobs today, so if this job doesn't come through, then I at least have some other backups ready to go. I'm trying so hard not to freak out about it, not to stress about it, because they did tell me that like they've had to push back the next like intake of people because the current training group isn't up to speed yet, so I'm trying not to freak out about it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know if you guys have any book recommendations that you'd like me to check out. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, please leave them down below in the comments. If you'd like to see more of me, then do be sure to check out my Instagram and Twitter. Links are always in the description box below. I am trying to be more active over on there, so do be sure to check those out. And that's basically it, so I will talk to you guys in another video later on.